Today, his sold-out UK tour has been cancelled. He's angered many with his comedy, which appears to condone rape and sexual harassment. A little earlier, I spoke to Dapper, real name Daniel O'Reilly, and asked him to respond to his critics. First, here are some of the internet clips that made his name. I should warn you, there's offensive language in what follows.
If you know the trick to getting the bra off quickly, she's yours. Turn around and lift up your fucking shirt. Make a girl laugh, you make her moist. I was going to tell you a joke about me cock, but it's too long. Like that, did you get your gash out him? If she's looking at me and playing with her hair, by the end of the night she'll need a wheelchair. But how do you know if she's interested? It's easy, there's one thing you've got to do. Just show her your penis. If she cries, she's just playing hard to get.
Dan O'Reilly, at best what you do is offensive. At worst, it incites harassment and violence.
No, do you know what? From the beginning that I started with the character Dapper Laughs, it caught on really quick that type of humour was really popular for a certain demographic of people. Like the Facebook page blew up, and at the time I didn't think that so many people would end up seeing it. In the end, it became very popular, and I kind of got a little bit carried away with it, to be honest with you.
So when you see that now, what do you think?
Do you know what, if that was the first time that I'd seen that kind of comedy, I would think that the character is not setting a good example, but at the time when we were doing it, it was getting so much praise from the audience that it was being received by, and growing and growing and growing. It was kind of something that took hold of me a little bit, and I thought maybe, you know, these people can see that because saying that obviously to me is like, come on, that's not real. Obviously I don't think that, but I'm taking the mick out of what I thought men think.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So when you say you're giving advice to men on the pull, and for example you say get your gash out to women, can you deny that would encourage men to do that on the street?
Yeah, potentially, of course. You're right. It's you know, it's wrong, but well, I'm not going to say but to me, I didn't see it as me was saying it. I was creating this character, and I was really pushing the boundaries with the character because it was popular. And
so you agree that when you create this character and it incites sexual violence, and then people go out and enact sexual violence?
I didn't think it did at the time. I thought that the people that were viewing it were saying this is ridiculous, you know, and laughing at it.
You've said Dapper Laughs is an extension of yourself. He allows you to do things you wouldn't normally do, and you blame it on him. It doesn't sound like satire at all. It sounds like an excuse.
Well, that's not the attitude that I did have with it. Do you know what, to be completely honest with you, it was great at the beginning for me. It's completely ruined everything that's going on with me as a comedian.
I mean, just another line that came up, just show her your penis. If she cries, she's playing hard to get. There was a bit in the film we saw where you're holding up a knife and you say, lift up your fucking shirt. Was that just all done in jest?
Well, with no disrespect to you, do you think, looking at me now, that I actually would go out and do that? I wouldn't. I was pushing the boundaries of that character.
But what you're saying is that women who say no don't mean no, and if people watching you think that's funny and they go and enact that, then that's the consequence of
that makes me sad to think that if someone had done that and I was responsible for that, it's terrible. That's why this week, the bad press and everything that's happened, I've stopped and said, you know, it's wrecked my life to a certain extent.
So you're feeling like a bit of a victim now, are you?
I wouldn't say that. Maybe a victim of my own mistakes.
Let's have a look at some of this, because this is a bit where you're talking to a live audience.
I've filmed 6 episodes, half-hour each episodes, right? If it was a guy to rape, I would have done one 5-minute episode. I would come and go, hey, yeah, I'm Dapper Laughs, go down the shop, get some rope, bit of duct tape, rape the well done, see you later. You can't rape women. Oh, you can't rape. You can't. Listen, you're missing a few things there, aren't you? Yeah, rape gone wrong. Don't try and rape. She's gagging for a rape.
section, and I'm not defending myself with this. This section, I was talking about how the media had looked at my TV show that I'm inciting, and I'm trying to explain that I'm not. And do you know, I hold my hands up. That joke may have gone a little bit too far, and I said a little bit too much, but by no means do I stand behind that, and I'm embarrassed by it.
Get some duct tape and rape the bitch.
Yeah.
She's gagging for a rape.
Yeah, but listen, in the way that I was saying that, I was saying, look, there's no way my show condones rape at all. I'm not standing by that. If I was...
A member in the audience says
Yeah, but what
yes to rape, and you say geezer to him as encouragement.
No. What I'm explaining to the audience is I think it's ridiculous that people are pursuing this as that they're perceiving this as that. Sorry.
Do you think everyone in the audience just found that satire really funny, or were they laughing because you'd
I think
encouraged
they were
rape?
laughing. They were laughing at the fact that I was laughing at people thinking that I'm trying to incite rape. Listen,
So was it basically okay then?
no,
I mean,
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all, and it's ruined everything.
do you think you wouldn't be feeling like this if ITV2 hadn't pulled your second series?
Not at all. I felt blessed that ITV2 even give me a first series. I didn't know if there was going to be a second series.
What I'm saying is that a lot of people may be watching this and thinking, well, the apologies come because he's just had his series
No, the
pulled, his
the
tour's
negative-
been pulled, and his album's not for sale.
My tour wasn't pulled. This morning I woke up and decided that I don't want to carry on with Dapper Laughs.
When you rewatch some of these clips, do you laugh a bit?
No, I look at it now and I'm trying to, at the moment, hold back the emotion that's attached to what it's done to my life in what the media have done to my life in the last 4 days. I didn't realise I was causing that much of a problem.
So if women watching this say you in your comedy have incited violence, you've vindicated rape and rapists, what they should be doing is saying they've actually ruined your career,
No,
right?
what they should be saying now is if they think that, they should be looking at it saying, right, at least he's come on the TV and he said, do you know what, I don't want to be an advocate for that.
And what does Dapper Laughs do now? What does Dan O'Reilly do
Dapper
now?
Laughs is gone. My family have spoken to me about it, so I don't, not only do I not want to carry on with it, I don't want to be seen to
Didn't
to
your
approve of it.
dad start tweeting, trolling,
Well, I don't know what.
following some of your stuff and some of the comments that came back from women?
Well, I can't talk for what he done because that was a long time ago. One thing I do know is I'm not going to represent Dapper Laughs or allow Dapper Laughs to represent me. I want the people out there to know that not only am I going to stop it, I'm going to help it not being promoted as well.
Dan O'Reilly, thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming.